Hello, everyone. Good afternoon there. So, thank you so much all for taking the time to join us today for the webinar series of Zoho Payroll KSA edition. So, this is Satish here, a product expert from Zoho Payroll team who will be showcasing you the Zoho Payroll system for you. So, in today's session, we'll be exploring how Zoho Payroll can simplify and automate your payroll processes, ensuring the compliance with local regulations such as GOSI, WPS, and provide a seamless experience for both employers and employees. Whether you're just getting started with the payroll management or you're looking to streamline your current process, this session will definitely give you a comprehensive overview of features available in our KSC edition of Zoho Payroll. In case of both employee onboarding, salary structuring, everything will be covered in this session. So as you can see in the screen, so today's agenda is basically we'll be showcasing the complete functionalities of the product, and also you'll be covering how to manage loans, salary advances for your employees, how to process your payroll, how to generate pay slips, and what about the employee self-service portal. All those things will be covered in this session today. So as we told in the beginning of the call, feel free to post your queries in the chat session, and we'll be addressing them towards the end of the session in the Q&A. So now let's move to the product demonstration of Zoho Payroll. So Zoho Payroll, to brief about, to start off with, is an end-to-end cloud-based payroll processing system, which will completely help you to automate the payroll activities for your organization. So here in Zoho Payroll, if you are using Zoho People, which is again our HRMS system, so you can seamlessly sync these two systems, and you can fetch your employees' data. You can onboard your employees in Zoho Payroll, and you can process the payroll for all your employees within few click of a button for all of them. And of course, you can manage loans or salary advances for them, and you can manage documents and set up the expiry dates, and all those document management can be done. And we also have extensive set of reports also available in the system. And also with regards to the entire payroll system, yes, we make sure we ensure the statutory norms and compliances are being followed in the Zoho Payroll KSA edition. With regards to GOSI or any other social security benefits will be addressed in this session today. And also we have a key highlighted feature called Employee Self-Service Portal, where all your employees can be enabled a separate login portal for themselves, in which they can view and download their pay slips, and all other documents can be viewed as well as. So now let's quickly move to the covering the functionalities and features available in the product. The moment you sign up and log in into the Zoho Payroll system, you will be landed in the home page of the Zoho Payroll system here. So here you can see the dashboard section, the employees module here, like you can onboard your sync or employees here, and you can make the salary structuring for your employees. You can process multiple parents here, different kinds of parents. In case of salary revision for salary approvals, so all those things will be listed down and covered here. You can manage loans and salary advances, as I told earlier. If there is any donations or any campaigns to be done, you can record those campaigns and associate that for your employees. You can manage your documents. We have extensive reports as well available. So all these things will be covered in extensive in detail in this session. So in this dashboard section, it gives a bird's eye view of your payroll data, like what is the upcoming payroll which needs to be processed in your organization, and what is the employee summary till date, or like what is the split up of GCC nations or the expats, or what is the social security summary till date based on the contributions done, and what is the cost being incurred for processing a particular payroll for every month. So all those things will be listed down in this dashboard section for you. Along with that, you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, there is a to-do task section, which is basically as a payroll admin, you will be having some designated tasks like approving the salary revisions or initiating the exit process for your employees, or any document expiry notifications will be listed down in this to-do task section for you. So this is all about the dashboard screen here. So that is a getting started wizard on the right-hand side of the screen. You can see it here. So if you click that, there are almost 6 checklists which needs to be configured or covered even before you process your first payroll in the system. So we'll be quickly covering these things to you now. So with regards to organization details, so if you are using Zoho People, which is our HRMS system, as I told earlier, if you are using that, you can sync these two systems together, by doing which your organization profile information, work location, departments, and designations will be automatically fetched from People to Payroll. So you don't have to manually add these information again here. So whatever the details which are listed down here will be automatically displayed in the payslips or any other documents which are generated in the Zoho Payroll system. If you are using Zoho Payroll as a standalone system, then all these information needs to be added here manually. Again, with regards to work locations, once it is synced, You can manage your establishment's IDs as well. So while creating a work location, you can manage your establishment IDs, wherein which helps you to create or generate the wage file system reports in the system while processing the payrolls. Departments and designations, yes, of course, it will be synced, or else you can add it or import the information for the organization as a whole. Next, social security benefits module is something which will be automatically taken care in the backend based on your employee's nationality. So while onboarding your employees, you will be mentioning what is the nationality of the particular employee. Based on that, system will automatically get the data for the respective social security benefits, and it will be automatically updated here. You can see the social security benefits are listed down here based on the employee's nationalities here. So if, for example, if there is any Saudi citizens in your organization, respective GOSIs will be applied for them. So you can see what is the GOSI contributions for both employee and employer, the occupational hazards or the sanad. So all these things will be automatically taken care in the system. And also you can see what are the applicable components for those particular contributions as well. So if you also want to prorate it based on employee working days, you can use that as well. Or else we also have an option to postpone the updation of the GOSI contributions if there is any salary revisions for the particular employee in the particular financial year. So we have those options or configurations as well. So this is all about the social security benefits component module. So next we will be quickly moving the salary components configuration. So this is again for the organization as a whole. So again, salary components will be divided into three different sections here. One is earnings, benefits, and deductions. Earnings is something you will be adding all the earning components, or you'll be making active all the active components which are part of your organization salary structuring. So in Zoho Payroll, the moment you sign up for the system, there will be few components which will be predefinedly created in the system to make your work easy. For example, the components like basic house rent allowance or cost of living allowance are such components which will be predefinedly created. So what all you have to do is choose a particular component, and you have to choose what is the name or what is the name to be displayed in the pay slips, and what is the calculation type you're going to follow for that particular component and everything. And applicable social security benefits for that particular components will also be taken care automatically in the system based on the components and the benefits associated for them. Again, if you feel that there are components which needs to be created over and beyond the listed ones as per your organization customizations, you can do that as well. You can create your multiple earning components here. You can choose what is the calculation or the earning type you wanted to follow here. So you can choose multiple basic or housing allowance or any other allowance which is listed down here. Either it's fixed pay or variable pay, you can create them here. We also provide a provision to create custom allowances, wherein you can choose what is the pay type, whether it has to be a fixed pay or a variable pay. If it is a variable pay, again, we also provide a customization advanced components like creating a formula based components as well here. So if you want to create any overtime allowance for your employees as a variable component, you can create your formula based components which can be associated for your employees. And while you process the parents, you will be able to add these components as well, which will be covering in the parent section. So this is how you will be creating the earning components for your organization as a whole. Similarly, you can also create the deduction section. So these deductions, either it can be created as a one-time deductions or recurring deductions. So these can be created here as well. So once these deductions or benefits or these earnings are created, while onboarding your employees, while making the pay structuring, you will be able to associate these things for your employees as well. You can create your benefits in such a way, and you can make that as active in your organization. So this is about the salary components configuration for the organization as a whole, basically as a one-time setup before you process your first payroll. So once these salary components are created and configured in your organization, if you follow a standard salary templates or structuring for your group of employees or for your set of employees based on departments or designations, or for example, you can see we have created a template called freshers here. So if you're following a standard structuring for your group of employees, you can create your templates here. So whatever the components which are created in the salary components will be listed down here. The fixed components will be listed down here. You can provide the template name and you can create the templates here, which will make your onboarding process furthermore smoother in Zoho Payroll system. So next, you will be able to add the bank account details for your organization. So you can add your organization bank name, what is the bank account number, what is the routing number or the SWIFT code. All these information will be captured in this system here in the bank accounts module. Finally, we will be seeing the pay schedule section here. So pay schedule is something we will be configuring it even before you process your first payroll in the system. Basically, the pay schedule related configurations, like how many days your organization is going to work in a week, whether it is 5 days or 6 days in a week, what is the pay day you are going to follow for the particular organization, whether it's going to be last day of every month or any specific day of upcoming month. So these kind of configurations can be configured here. And also there will be option to choose what is the like how your salaries will be calculated, whether it is calculated based on actual days in a month or a specific number of days needs to be calculated. So these kind of pay schedule related configurations will be done here. So now let's quickly move to the getting started wizard again. So now out of these six checklists, we have almost covered 4 points. Now let's see what is the point of configuring the prior payroll system in the Zoho payroll system. So prior payroll is something in Zoho payroll, So let's assume that you're going to start use Zoho payroll in the middle of a financial year. So system allows you to import or add the current financial year's previous month's data, which is I'm telling about the YTD information. So those information can be added into the system or imported into the system so that even if you start in the middle of a financial year, your previous month pay slips or parents information will be automatically added in the system so that your employees will also be able to view and download their pay slips and parents data. So that is the option for the prior payroll information, which we have it in our system as well. So this is about the important configuration settings we will be configuring even before you process your first payroll. So once these configurations are done, now let's quickly see how to add employees in Zoho Payroll. So adding employees in Zoho Payroll is of two different options here. So again, if you are using Zoho People, which is our HRMS system, you can sync your employees data from people to payroll. So for example, for adding an employee, there are 5 different sections required. One is basic, salary, personal, payment, and the document section. So if you are using Zoho People, the basic, personal, and the payment information can be synced from people to payroll. Salary information, which is something which needs to be added or imported in the Zoho payroll system, which is not part of Zoho People system. So if you are using Zoho People, you can sync your employees data directly from people to payroll. If you are using Zoho Payroll again as a standalone system, you have to add or import these information again here. So for importing these information in Zoho Payroll, we have the sample files for that, even for salary details or for the salary divisions or other employee profile data, we have the sample files here. Using those sample files, you can just directly import the data into the system, no matter what is your employee count here. So let me quickly now show you how a completed employee profile basically looks like. This is how the data, for example, if there is an employee data which is synced from people to payroll, let's say the basic personal and the payment information can be synced from people to payroll, as I told earlier. So those information will be listed down in the overview section. The basic configuration of salary structuring should be done in Zoho payroll system, as I told earlier. So basically, salary structuring can be done either by associating the templates, which we have already created, or else you can configure it one by one as per your organization requirement. So again, these are the components or the fixed components which will be listed down whenever you create the salary components configuration part. So you can manually add these numbers here, or else you can directly associate the templates. These are the personal information again. So once all these 5 different data are done, your employee profile will be complete. Again, while onboarding an employee, you will be also having an option to manage their documents as well. So documents like passport or visa, or any other documents like ICAMA IDs or insurance card, all those documents can also be managed here, wherein you can also have a provision to set up the expiry date for them as well. So that both employee and employer will be thrown up a notification if there is a document which is about to be expired or it's already been expired. So this is how you will be managing the documents at employee level as well. So once this is done, your employee profile will be completed, and now you'll be good to go with processing the parents for the particular month. And adding to this, we also have options for individual employees. Let's say if you want to add any scheduled earnings for your employees, or if you have any air ticket allowance which needs to be added for your employee structuring, or any benefits or deductions or any donation or giving components needs to be associated, you can add these things at employee level as well. And also you can initiate exit process if required for your particular employee, and you can cover the final settlement process, which will be covered in our next session as well by Mr. Aditya. So now let's quickly see how to process a payroll for a particular employee for a particular month. So with regards to parent section, there are multiple parent options available in Zoho payroll system. One is the regular parent, which will be processing for every month. Apart from this, we also have a final settlement payroll, wherein if a particular employee's exit process is initiated, a separate final settlement payroll will be created for their final process or the end of service benefit process. And apart from this, we also have a provision to create one-time and off-cycle parents as well. If you want to provide any variable components for your employees apart from the regular parent in the middle of a month or something like that, you can create either of these options to process those payments for them. So these are the multiple different parent options available in Zoho Payroll. So now let's quickly jump into the uh, regular parent process, how it is done in the Zoho Payroll system. So if you click create parent for a particular month, within a click of a button, the entire parent will be calculated for all your employees. So you can see again the gross pay or the deductions, benefits, everything will be calculated within a click of a button for all your employees. So you can see again, if you are using Zoho People again, this LOP is something which can be synced from people to payroll. So this LOP report will be generated in Zoho People based on the leave policies and attendance policies, whatever are maintained in Zoho People. So based on that, LOP report will be generated in People, and that numbers will be automatically synced here. For example, if there is an LOP is being synced for 3 days for this particular employee. Now the actual payable days for this particular employee will be just 27 days. So accordingly, the gross pay and net pay, everything will be gets adjusted accordingly based on the payable days here. And again, if you want to add any other variable components like bonus, commissions, or any other overtime allowance for your employees, you can add them as well here. So again, this overtime allowance, you can add these information here. If that, let's say, if a particular employee has worked 20 additional hours for the particular month, you input the values here based on the formula, whatever you have created in the salary structuring or salary components configuration. System will automatically calculate the numbers based on the input, whatever you have provided. Also, any of the benefits will be automatically taken care. So it's case of respect to social security benefits, so you can see all those things are automatically taken care. And again, if there is any loans or salary advances associated for the particular employee, those loans will also be taken care in the system. So if you want to add any other deductions like fines and damages or any other salary advances or any other deductions you have created in the system, those deductions will be added here. So again, it is not required to add these one-time earnings or deductions one by one to all your employees. You can use your import file option to import the data for all your employees. Again, we have the sample file in both CSV and XLS format. Using that, you can import the data into the system. Apart from this, yes, in the parent section, we have multiple options like you can withhold the salaries for your employees and release them in the later months if required, or else you can skip the employees from the particular parent, or else you can initiate the exit process from here directly or make the salary revisions here directly. So all these options will be available for you in the parent section here. So let's assume that once all these verification and processing of parents is done, now you can submit and approve the parent. Once that is done, system will help you to generate the wage file or the bank advice file for the particular parent. So you can download the wage file here based on the establishment IDs, whatever you have generated or configured in the system here. And you can choose what is the wage file format, whether it has to be prorated earnings or salary structuring earnings. So you can choose the wage file format and you can download the file here for your salary disbursement process using the WPS format. If you are using the bank advice format, yes, we have the standard format. Apart from that, we have currently the Al Ajira bank format supported right now. If you have any other formats required for your organization, you can reach out to our support team. We will check with our development team and we can try to incorporate that in the parent section for your organization. So using either of these options, you can process or disperse the salaries for your employees. And of course, yes, you can make the selective payments as well. You can choose whomever employees you want. You can record the payment based on their departments or designations. You can filter down and make the selective payments as well. So once all these salary disbursements are done, let's assume that it's done. Now you can record the payment here. So once you record the payment, a payslip notification email can be sent to all your employees stating that a payslip has been released, and you can check that in your self-service portal. So now I'm confirming the data. I'm covering the parent section for the particular month. Now the parent for the particular month is month of April is completed. Now let me quickly show you the employee self-service portal part. How does it look like? So this is how the employee self-service portal will look like. So this is accessible in both Android and the iOS application. And as we told in the earlier call, it is available in both of these languages, English and Arabic. So employees can log in into their portal and they can see their salary structuring, their details here. What is their structure here? What is their annual earnings? Again, this earnings can be showcased in a graphical representation as well, comparison with the YTD numbers. They can see their GOSI occupational hazard details. They can export the data as well if required. They can see their payslips data. They can download them if required. Once the loans are managed by or associated by employer, those loans details can also be showcased in the employee self-service portal. What is the current status of the loan? What is the repaid amount? What is the remaining EMIs to be paid? So all these information will be showcased in the employee self-service portal as well. Document section is something apart from payslips. We can manage organization level documents and personal documents as well. So if there is any documents which needs to be listed down to your employees or to be managed by employer, which has to be showcased to your employees, those documents can be listed down here. So this is all about the employee self-service portal part. So switching back to admin panel again. So apart from this, we have other options like, yes, you can record the loans here. You can create the loans or you can record the loans here. Make the repayments for the loan. You can create the loans. You can associate that for your employees. So this is how you'll be recording the loan for your employees. So you can choose what is the disbursement date for them. And you can choose what is the EMI deduction start date and what is the installment amount to be paid. So based on your input, system will automatically take care of these installments, how many installment has to be paid and what is the end date for that installments and everything. So all those things will be covered, and this is how you'll be recording the loans for your employees. You can manage your loans as well. Okay. Yeah, this is how the loan it can be scheduled. Finally, if you have any donations or any campaigns needs to be run, you can create your campaigns here, which can also be associated for your employees, as I told earlier. Documents, yes, you can manage your documents at employee level documents or organization level documents can be managed in this document module in the admin panel. Finally, yes, we have the report section. Yes, we have multiple set of reports available in Zoho Payroll. You can see the payroll level reports or employee level reports. Gratuity liability report is one of the reports, key reports we have it in our system. You can forecast these reports as well. You can see what is the gratuity liability for a particular employee for every month. So these gratuity numbers, if there is any exit process for this particular employee, these gratuity numbers will be automatically displayed in their end of service benefits payroll processing. So these numbers are completely automatically calculated in the system based on their employment type and what is their joining date and everything. So these are completely taken care in the system automatically. Yes, of course, we have multiple reports for GPSSA and social security benefits and activity logs and everything. So yes, so these are the reports we have it. So I think I've for this today's session, I've completely covered the features and functionalities available in the Zoho payroll system for you. So in the upcoming session, we will be covering the deep dive into the Zoho payroll for the Saudi Arabia edition, which is held on 27th of May, which is at 3 p.m. again. So it will be taken care by my colleague, Mr. Aditya. So in that session, we'll be covering the mid-month joining process or the final settlement processing will be detailed. It will be briefed in detail. The leave encashment parts, the salary revision parts, a bonus and overtime configurations, leave and attendance. So all these things, the integration with Zoho Books and other platforms with Zoho, all these things will be uh, uh, covered in the next session. So this is the agenda for the next session. So we have posted the registration link for the next session as well. So you can use that particular link to register for the upcoming session, which is happening on 27th, so that all these things will also be covered in the next session, so that you have a complete knowledge and vast knowledge on the Zoho payroll system for the KSA edition.